Good morning, grade 5. Today we're going to revise fraction, decimal, and percentage. How to change from fraction to decimal, fraction, percentage, decimal to percentage, and percentage to fraction and decimal. So, this is going to be divided into 4 parts. The first part, how to change from fraction to decimal, and this is the hardest part in this lesson. So, let's start to know how to change from fraction to decimal. Okay, to change from fraction to decimal, the denominator must be always, the denominator must be 10, 100, or 1000. The denominator, that means the bottom, not the upper part. The bottom should be 10, 100, or 1000. If it's not 10, 100, 1000, we're going to do it later on. Okay, so let's start with the first one. If the denominator is 10, 100, or 1000, what will we do? For example, we know that decimal, it has decimal place 10, 100, and 1000. So, if the denominator is 10, we have one decimal place. If the denominator is 100, we have 2 decimal places. 1000, 3 decimal places. According to the number of the zero. 1 0, 1 decimal place. 2 zeros, 2 decimal places. 3 zeros, that means 3 decimal places. 1000, 3 decimal places. 10,000, 4 decimal places. So let's see how to change. For example, 3 over 10. How I change it? I said 10, that means it will be 1 decimal place. That means we're going to write always 0 point. So what the denominator 10, 1 decimal place. The numerator is 3. I'm going to put the same numerator. If here we have 3, I write 3. 5, 5. 1, 1, and so on. For example, another example, 1 over 10. I change it, it will be 0 point. So the denominator here is 1, that means the answer here should be 1. It will be 0.1. The last example about this, 3. Let's have, for example, 13 over 100. So, 2 zeros, that means 2 decimal places. The number here is 13. So, it will be 0 point. I'm going to put the same numerator, which is 13. So, it will be 0.13. Another example, 75 over 100. So 2 zeros to decimal place, 75, the same thing. 0.75. So if you have only here 1 digit, and they told us we should write 2 decimal places. For example, 7 over 100. So 7 over 100, 100 that means 2 decimal places. 7 is only 1 digit. So are you going to write 0.7, 0, or 0.07? So 0.70, it will change the number. So this is incorrect. The correct answer, 0.07. We're going to put 0 on the left between 7 and the point. The same way, 9 over 100. It will be 0 point. So 1, 2, 0, that means 2 decimal place, but here we have 1 digit. You're going to write 0.09. The same idea if I say, when I say, for example, 5 over 100, it will be 0.05. Remember, 2 zeros, that means it should be 2 decimal place. The 0, I'm going to add 0 between point and the numerator. So if the denominator is, for example, 1,125 over 1,000. So 1,000, 3 zeros, that means it should have 3 decimal places. It's already here, we have 3 digits, that means there's no problem. So the answer is 0.125. Another example, 700. 5 over 1000, it will be 0.705. So if you have here only 2 digits and here 3 zeros, for example, 17 over 1000. You're going to write what? 3 zeros, that means 3 decimal places, but here we have only 2 digits. So with the same idea, I'm going to write 0 between the numerator and the point. So it will be 0.017. If we have only 1 digit, for example, 1 over 1000, it will be, so 1 digit, but it should be 3 decimal places. I'm going to put 2 zeros between the numerator and the point. It will be 0.001. The last example, 8 over 1000, the same idea, 3 zeros, 3 decimal place. We have 1 digit, that means you're going to add 2 zeros. 0, 0, and this is how I change from fraction to decimal when the denominator is 10, 100, 1000. Remember, 1 0, 1 decimal place, 2 zeros, 2 decimal places, 3 zeros, 3 decimal places. So, if the denominator is not 10, 100,000, what should I do? So, I said from the beginning to change from fraction to decimal, the denominator must be what? 10, 100,000. So, if it's not 10, 100,000, I'm going to what? To change them to be one of these 10, 100,000. So, we have a common denominators 2, 4, 5, 8, 20, 25, 50. So if we have a 2, I'm going to change it to be 5 by multiplying by, change it to be 10 by multiplying by 5. If it's 4, I'm going to change it to 100 by multiplying by 25. 5 to 10, 8 to 1000 by multiplying by 125, 20 to 100, 25 to 150 to 100 by multiplying by 2. Let's have some examples. For example, if I have 1 over 2. I know 1 over 2 half 0.5. So what should I do? I said I should multiply the denominator here. If it's 2, I'm going to multiply the denominator by 5. So is it going to be 1 over 10? No. Always when I deal with fractions, if I multiply the denominator by number, I must multiply numerator by number. You must be what? Fair. Remember this word. You must be always fair. If you multiply the denominator by 5, then you multiply by 5. 10, 10. 8, 8. 6, 6. 100, 100, million. So, I can't say 1 over 10. So, I should multiply both the same number. You must be fair. So, now the fraction will be 5 over 10. Now, this is a fraction, I know how to do it. So, 10, one decimal place, I write as here, numerator, it will be 0.5. So, another example, 3 over 5. What will I do? I said when I find the denominator is 5, I'm going to change it to be 10 by multiplying by 2. I must be fair. Remember, we must be fair. I multiply this by 5, this by 2, then we multiply this by 2. So the fraction will be 6 over 10. So now it's easy to change it. 6 over 10, it will be 6 over 10, it will be 0.6. Let's have another example. 3 over 4. So 4, the denominator is 4. What should I do? 4, I should change it to 100 by multiplying by 25. Here, by 25, and remember you must be fair. Both of them are 25. So 3 times 25 equal 75 over 4 times 25 equal 100. That means the answer is 0.75. The last example, example 1 over 50. So, 50, I should denominator to 10, 100. How I multiply by 2? Here, by 2, and here, by 2. So, it will be 2 over 100. I said here we have one digit and the denominator 100, 2 zeros, that means 2 decimal place. So I'm going to add 0 between the point and the numerator. So the answer will be 0.02. This is how I change it if the denominator is 2, 4, 5, 8, 20, 25, 50. If the denominator is not one of these and it's not 10, 100,000, we're going to study this the next year. For now, what I want you to know, if the denominator is one of these or the denominator 10, 100,000, how to change it to from fraction to this one. This is how we do it. Remember, 2 to 10, 4 to 100, 5, 10, 8, 1000, 20, 125, 150 to 100. This is all about fraction to decimal. The next period, we're going to study how to change from fraction to percentage. That's all for this part, first part of our lesson.